said his feet was like on the fine brass. Anybody know what brass look like? It's like copper, right? Like a penny almost, right? Go ahead, read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
Now, as if they burned in a furnace. That's different, right? When we look over here, you got burned brass. What does it look like? What does it look like? Brown. So his feet was brown, right? His feet was brown, like burnt brown, right? Like dark brown, right? This guy, you think he got burnt brown brass feet? So who is that? That ain't Jesus, because that's not what God told John the Revelator to reveal, right? So if we learn in this, go back to 2 Corinthians 11, he that teaches another Jesus, this is what we learn in the Baptist church. We'll say things like, nah, it's not about his image. God said that image was something I need you to show. So here we are today showing that image, because with the true depiction of Christ, we can understand who his people are. Because if he the king of the Jews, what's his people look like? What his cousins or his brothers and sisters look like if he look like that? What your cousins and your brothers and your sisters, your parents, what they look like? They look like you. You understand? So that's important, right? Read what you got. Again.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 4. For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus.
So we had some people come and teach another Jesus, right? These men right here, among others, came and taught us another Jesus. Not the Jesus that the Bible told us to show. Read.
Whom we have not preached.
Go ahead.
Or if he receive another spirit.
Another spirit come with this, right? When you learn this, you come with the spirit of Christmas, the spirit of New Year's, the spirit of don't judge nobody, so therefore you don't gotta hold nobody accountable. Right? Anybody got kids? You got kids, if your kids be bad as hell, they burn the house down. You be like, I can't judge them.
I'll be upset.
You said what?
I'll be upset.
You be upset. What you gonna do? You gonna let it fly? You gonna let it go?
Eventually, yeah.
Eventually. But what you gonna do immediately? You gonna get a new house. So the kids don't gotta be held accountable. That's the spirit of this guy. Right? We learn, don't judge nobody. Don't hold nobody accountable. And this is why our neighborhood going to shambles. This is why our community is going to shambles. We can't even discipline our own children because we got the spirit of another Jesus on us. Another gospel, another doctrine. Right? What the Bible say about disciplining your kids? It say don't spare the rod. Right? How we cleanse ourselves? By taking heed to the word. So we taking heed to this and not taking heed to the word, and now we raising kids that we gonna allow to burn down the house. Right? That's another doctrine. We learn this. We learn that. Did they spare the rod on us? Absolutely not. But they telling you to spare the rod. They telling you to just love your neighbor the way we taught you how. Right? That's what they doing. Right? Go back to Leviticus 11. I'm gonna show you in the Bible what it means to love your neighbor as you love yourself. Right? Because we were taught that love your neighbor means give him a hug, give him a bowl of soup if he cold. That's what it means. Right? Hold the door open for granny. That's what we was taught it means. But remember, in order to cleanse ourselves, we got to take heed to what the Bible says. Not to what was told to us in the church. We already found out they're not doing nothing the Bible says. They're not even going to church on the right day. They're not even keeping the Sabbath day holy. That's the commandment that God said to remember. Everybody knows you shouldn't kill or steal. You get immediately punished for that. Right? So that's easy to follow. But the other nuance is staying married to your wife. Right? Instead, we out here committing adultery all over the place. Who got a girlfriend? You got a girlfriend? Is that biblical to have a girlfriend? You can take your girlfriend to church, though. You can take her to church and nobody will judge you on it. But in order to get to the kingdom of heaven, what you got to be doing?
Put the retention on your neck versus your arms.
See how easy we forget? What we got to do? Follow the commandments. The commandment says, thou shalt not commit adultery. If you got a girlfriend, that's adultery. Right? And the church will say, that's fine. That's fine. You can shack up. You can do that. That's another gospel. Read what you got.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 17.
This is how you love your neighbor as you love yourself. Read.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt not in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
So it says you don't hate your brother. You shall in any way, in any manner, rebuke your brother. Right? Rebuke him. Anybody know what rebuke means? No? See, we're supposed to be learning that in the church. Right? It means to correct him. If you see him doing something against the commandments, doing some folly, you correct him under any circumstances. Right? Go ahead.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart.
Hey, bro, reach teach y'all to
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor,
correct your neighbor. Go ahead.
and not suffer sin upon him.
Don't allow no sin. Don't allow him to dive into no sin. You listening, big bro? We're not supposed to let our neighbors dive into any sin. If we see our brothers, our sisters out here committing fornication, about to light up the blunt, about to go kill their own brother, we supposed to correct them. That's how you change your neighborhood. That's how you change your household. That's how you fix your children.
Right. Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
Now, it's two important things we got to hear, right? We're not supposed to have any grudge. How easy is it for our black and Hispanic brothers to beef with each other, to hold a grudge for 20 years, right? It's easy. That's why you chuckling. You remember the brother in 6th grade that still owe you money, right? And you'll never forget it, right? But the white man says, treat me with respect. Always forgive me, no matter how much I list you, no matter how much I oppress you. Remember, don't judge, just love your neighbor. But here we also finding out who our neighbor is. Read that part again.
Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
That's your own people. That's your own people. Right? So when we go to church and they say love your neighbor, that don't mean the Chinese man up the store. That means your own people. We're supposed to love our own people, but we got the most difficulty with that because we learned another doctrine and we got another spirit on us.
That's right.
You from the tribe of Asher? Right? Come fit right in. Come on. You got a question, big bro? I can't hear you. Guys speak up.
About like forgiveness, right?
Forgiveness?
Yeah. What happened like your brother does something bad to you?
You're supposed to forgive him. Easy. Right? But here, check this out, right? Read that last part again.
But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
You're supposed to love. If you do something bad, you're going to be like, all right, I need to fix myself and I need to give myself time to get right. It says you're supposed to love your brother the same way. If he do something foul to you, you're supposed to correct him and to give him mercy to fix that so y'all can make it right. The scripture says you got to forgive him 70 times 70. Right? But also remember this, right? Remember this. Get me 1 Corinthians 15:33. Right? Because you got to watch the company you keep. Forgive don't mean allow him to keep stepping on you. Forgive don't mean allow him to keep smacking you in the face. Remember, the Christian church mutilates how we turn the other cheek. Turn the other cheek don't mean let somebody smack your face off. It don't mean that. It means that you forgive your brother. But you don't got to stay there and keep taking it. Read what you got.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15 and verse 33. Be not deceived.
Don't be confused. Don't be tricked. Go ahead.
Evil communication corrupt good manners.
Evil communication corrupt good manners. So if you're sticking around a brother that just don't want to get right, that eventually you're going to be corrupted by that. You can forgive him, but you got to separate yourself. Right? That's what holy means. It means to be separate. That's what these laws do. They make us separate. Right? You got the rest of the world right now buying, selling, working, but the Israelites, the children of God that's keeping God's commandments, separate themselves by applying God's laws. Right? Now he said he's from the tribe of Asher. That's from South America, right? When we go into the history of South America, because we're taught that blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, we're all different. We're different people. But here, we all receive the same treatment. We all receive them same curses. Get Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. Right? So when this white man came here, look what he did to the Incas and the Mayas and the Aztecs. Look what he did, right? Locking them up, right? We used to dress cold, and now they depict us in images of we in our drawers all the time. We savages in the jungle, right? But we built magnificent cities.
That's right.
You understand? We have magnificent culture, laws, structure in our neighborhood. But they came here and they gave us Christianity and told us we was jungle bunnies. That's what they told us, right? So the Incas, the Mayas, the Aztecs, all the children of Israel, and we gonna prove that.
She said she believed that white people had stuff in the Bible and it was rewrite and stuff like that. So
Wait, let me rephrase that. I feel like the Bible is like read so many times by white people and they use that to control. I feel like religion is like a big thing to control people. That's why I don't believe in the Bible, but I do believe in God. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, what did white people write in the Bible? In the Bible that we follow?
I don't know, but I'm just saying, like,
So, how you know?
I'm not gonna lie, white people, they always been on top, right? Hasn't been a
Not
problem
always. But go ahead.
I mean, like, in the past, though, like, at some point, we definitely was, but then they took over, they took control.
Let me show you.
And then at the point of slavery, right? They use religion to give us hope.
Religion, they do. We've been teaching that the whole time. The religion that she's talking about is this stuff, right? Is this, right? This is what we was given by the white people, these religions, right? But we just learned in the Bible, God said, this is not what I'm talking about. We just described that. We just said, when you get this doctrine, this religion, you get another spirit, another ideology, another gospel, not what's written in the Bible. So a lot of brothers and a lot of sisters say, hold on.
God is not white.
He's not white, but it's written in the Bible he's not white. So they obviously didn't write that.
Right, but
That's right.
Listen. I'm going to answer your question, but I got to bring it up. Give me Deuteronomy 1:1.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all
So
Israel.
the book of Deuteronomy is the words that Moses spoke to his people Israel. You listening? So the book of Deuteronomy is written to his people, the Israelites, right? Get Deuteronomy 28 verse 15. I'm going to show you something, sis. Because everybody says that, oh, the Bible's rewritten 100 times to enslave us, to keep us at the bottom. Right?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So the Bible is saying, if you don't keep all these commandments that I wrote down in the Bible for the children of Israel, all these curses is going to come upon you and overtake you. Who did I ask earlier, is a curse a good thing or a bad thing? What you think, bro? Is it a good thing or a bad thing? You thinking too hard. That's easy. Is a curse a good thing or a bad thing? It's a bad thing, straight up. So God is telling us, if we don't keep his commandments, we're going to be cursed. Hold on, because you got to listen first, right? Get Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1, because he said if you don't keep the commandments, you're going to be cursed. The Christian church says, don't keep the commandments, you're going to be blessed. So what the white man is saying is not what's written in the Bible. Right. Read verse 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently.
Now if you will listen diligently, go ahead.
Unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments.
To do what?
To do all his commandments.
The Christian church ain't telling us to do all the commandments. Let's see the benefit of doing all the commandments, right?
Which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high.
You gotta listen, sis. You gotta listen. The Lord thy God will do what?
Will set thee on high.
That's the opposite of what the white man is telling us. He did not write that. The white man is telling us, don't keep God's commandments, right? Then you'll be blessed. The Bible is saying, keep my commandments and I'll set you over the white man. So the white man is inherently against what we're supposed to be learning from the Bible. God said, if you keep my commandments, I'll put you over everybody. So we're not taught that in the Bible. So why would the white man write this and say the children of Israel need to keep the commandments so they can be number one? Instead, they tell us not to do that so we can remain in the ghettos. Get Revelation 13 and verse 9.
Revelations chapter 13 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
If any man have an ear, let him hear.
That's why I'm telling you to listen, sis. Go ahead.
He that leadeth into captivity
He that leadeth into captivity
shall go into captivity.
Their destiny is to go into captivity. Why would they write down, if they putting us in slavery and teaching us religion, he that leadeth into captivity will go into captivity? They condemning themselves. Right? So when we read the Bible, we find that everything that the white man teaches is wrong. And we should be following what the Bible says. You understand that, sis? Here, give Revelation 1 and 14. Right? Why the white man wrote this? If he rewrote it.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
He describing the woolly textured hair of the Messiah. Right? Go ahead.
As white as snow.
Go ahead.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
The red eyes, right? That's not depicted here in what the white man gave us. He don't got woolly hair, he don't got the red eyes. Read.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
He ain't got black feet. When you look at him, you know his feet ain't brown. Read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
Not just regular brown, dark brown. So the Bible says the Messiah is a black man with woolly hair. We're not learning that from the white man. We're learning that he's this or it don't matter.
Right.
He's this or it's about his message only. He don't even give us the message. Right?
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. And